So you've probably seen that new sticker at the fuel pump, right? The one that says E20. And you've probably thought, what is that? And more importantly, what's it going to do to my car? Well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to break it all down.
Yeah, you pull up to the pump, see that label, and your mind just starts racing, right? What is this stuff? Is it good for my engine? Bad? And can my car or my bike even handle it? Look, if that's crossed your mind, you are definitely not alone. And that is the exact question we're tackling today.
All right, so what is E20 fuel? It's actually way simpler than it sounds. The E is for ethanol, and the 20, well, that's for 20%. So it's a fuel blend where they've taken out 20% of the regular petrol and replaced it with ethanol, which is basically a type of alcohol made from things that grow, like sugarcane and corn.
So think of it just like this. It's an 80-20 split. 80% is the regular old petrol we've been using forever, but that other 20%, that's the ethanol. And this 80-20 mix, yep, this is the new standard that's being rolled out pretty much everywhere.
Okay, but why? Why this big change all of a sudden? This isn't just some random thing the fuel companies decided to do. No, this is actually part of a much, much bigger plan. There are some huge national goals driving this whole thing. Reason number one, it really comes down to money and independence. Think about it. By blending in ethanol that we can make right here at home, the country doesn't have to buy as much crazy expensive crude oil from other places. And when you're less reliant on foreign oil, well, that's a big win for the economy.
And then there's reason number two, the environment. This is a big one. You see, ethanol has oxygen in it, and that helps the fuel burn cleaner, more completely. What does that mean for us? It means less nasty stuff coming out of the tailpipe. We're talking a real step towards cleaner air in our cities.
And reason number three, this one's all about supporting our farmers. I mean, creating all this ethanol requires a ton of crops, like sugarcane. This creates a huge, stable demand, which is fantastic for farmers and the whole rural economy. It's literally turning what we grow into the fuel we use. All right, so those are the big picture reasons for the country. But let's get back to what you really care about, right? Your car, your bike. What's actually happening inside your engine when you use this stuff? Because believe me, this is where we get into the real pros and cons.
So what's the deal for your engine? Well, on the plus side, ethanol actually has a higher octane rating. That can mean a cleaner burn and maybe even better performance. But, and there's always a but, right? There are a couple of potential downsides. We're talking a small drop in your mileage and, for older vehicles, some pretty serious compatibility issues. Okay, let's zoom in on that mileage thing for a sec, because I know that's a huge deal for pretty much everyone. How can a fuel that supposedly burns cleaner give you less mileage? It sounds kind of weird, but the answer is actually all about science.
It all boils down to this thing called energy density. It's a fancy term, but here's the simple version. A drop of ethanol just doesn't pack as much of an energy punch as a drop of petrol. So to get the same get up and go, your engine has to sip a little bit more of the fuel. And that's why you might notice your mileage taking a small hit.
So what about those compatibility problems with older cars? Well, here's the issue. Ethanol can be a bit harsh on certain materials. It kind of acts like a solvent. The Hindustan Times put it perfectly, saying the chief components that take a hit are gaskets. You know, all those rubber seals and fuel lines in older vehicles, they just weren't built to handle ethanol. And over time, it can cause them to break down and maybe even leak.
Okay, all this information leads to the most important question of all. What should you do about it? So let's create your personal action plan. This way, you can be totally confident next time you're at the pump.
So, how can you tell if your ride is E20 ready? It's easy. There are 3 simple steps. First, and this is the best one, check your owner's manual. It'll say it right there. Don't have it? No problem. Step 2, pop open your fuel door and look for a sticker on or around the cap. A lot of newer cars have it. Still nothing? Step 3, just call your vehicle's manufacturer, or even better, ask your trusted mechanic. They'll know for sure. Now, what if you have an older vehicle that's not E20 compliant? Here's some advice. First, just listen to your engine. If it starts idling rough or acting funny, that's a sign. Also, keep an eye on your fuel lines for any cracks or wear. And this is a big one. Ethanol loves to attract water. So if you're going to park your car or bike for a few months, it's actually a good idea to think about draining the tank to stop moisture from building up and causing rust. So there you have it. E20 fuel is here to stay. It's a massive change, driven by some really big goals for our economy, our environment, and our farmers. And while most modern vehicles are ready for it, the most important thing is that you know what's right for your vehicle. It makes you think, though. The question isn't just whether your car is ready for E20. It's about whether all of us are ready for the road ahead.